The long-awaited for Bitcountry Pioneer network launch is very close to finally happening. Well, if you look at it here, this is the actual roadmap. There are 13 different phases that they actually had to go through in order to launch Bitcountry Pioneer. So no wonder it's been taking so long, but even so, they've been moving extremely fast. If we look here, this was phase 0 where we had the parachain bidding and crowdloan. So they were preparing for the runtime, they were creating the crowdloan campaign, the parachain slot bidding, and of course securing the slot on Kusama. This has been completed from the beginning, of course. Then of course they had the upgrading of the collator nodes, block production as well. Then phase 2 was the Bitcountry Pioneer Genesis, the technical verification for phase 3. And as you can see, there are still some stuff that they need to do here. Not all the boxes have been ticked. They still need to enable NFTs, enable auction and marketplace, estate, continuum protocol, etc. Now the finalized NEER distribution has been done. However, you didn't actually get your tokens yet. Okay, so they're saying here that we'll enable balance transfer to distribute the NEER token to all crowdloan supporters, campaign rewards, etc. But this is after ensuring all key functionalities are well tested and fully audited. So of course they're sure with that now, but there's the claim NEER one, right? This is phase 5, and this is why it's not actually done yet. And they have actually created the UI apparently. The claim UI is not available for us to use it yet because they didn't make it public. But when they will make it public, we will be able to simply claim our NEER tokens through the UI. And we've had to do this for Altair, for example, and I think there were others that required this as well. I believe it was also Kent. Yeah, Kent, that was another one that required a manual claiming. So we're gonna have to do something similar for the NEER token for Bitcountry Pioneer, but they'll give us more details on that, and of course I'm gonna cover it as soon as we get them on Twitter. Of course I will have my eyes on it, so I do check every single day just to get the updates and stuff. But for phase 6 here, this would be the first Genesis metaverse. So when we get the NEER tokens, then they're going to start working on phase 6. So we're going to be able to create the first Genesis metaverse. We'll be able to test functionalities in the first metaverse and to make sure it's operational, open the Genesis metaverse to the public. So you could see here, they're actually going to play around with this to make sure everything is okay after the NEER token distribution. And then once they open this to the public, we'll be able to play around with it ourselves as well. But even though they're opening it to the public, they'll still have complete control, because look here, enable governance features are still yet to be done, and then removal of the pseudo key. So it's not until they remove the pseudo key that the power goes into the hands of the users. Remember, every single parachain has had to go through the same process. Okay, so they need to complete this first through a proposal on chain, and then we can vote for that proposal, and then once that's passed, then the pseudo key is removed, and then every future upgrade would go into the hands of the users. So as you can see, there will be phase 9 as well, enabling the metaverse focus NFT minting. This is something that's going to be really exciting if you think about it, because you'll be able to mint NFTs in the Bitcountry dApp, and also to allow transfers between NFT wallets. And then of course land claiming. So land claiming is not in phase 10, as you can see here. So that's going to be interesting as well. Enabling land estate staking, that's going to be phase 11, enabling the land estate staking concept to earn BIT in-game currency. So remember that you actually need to stake NEER tokens in order to claim BIT, and once you get BIT, then you can use that within the metaverse for land purposes, right, in order to build on your land. Okay, so that's something that's of course in progress as well. And then enabling the first 20,000 metaverse land projects, that's also something that's coming up. So as you can see, users can create their own metaverse, deploy claim land to their metaverse, enable basic activities on their metaverse, and allow building on the metaverse. So there's still some stuff to be done here. But of course, they're also going to work on that candle auction system that Ray has talked about when he was on my channel as a guest, and we've been discussing it. He said that they are planning to enable a candle auction system for the land on Bitcountry Pioneer, and then of course on Bitcountry as well. So as you can see, they want to enable a candle auction on Pioneer slot in the last phase, which is phase 13, and then metaverses will be placed on the Pioneer map if you win the auction. Okay, so that's how it's going to work there. That's going to be interesting to see in action, because right now we're not sure how it's actually going to look. We're just assuming that it's going to look in a certain way, but we won't really know until it happens, right? And before we move on, I'd just like to take a moment to thank today's video sponsors, GMT Token. So let's watch this short clip. Thank you. GMT is a token for mining Bitcoin secured with real computing power. GMT token is a project and also a token called GMT, which generates income in Bitcoin for those who hold it in their wallets. The team are using their own mining farm to generate Bitcoin while distributing a share to each GMT token holder based on their holding size. Basically, every GMT token is worth a certain hash power. Those who buy GMT from the GMT.io website using promo code CHAIN, all in uppercase, will get double income within 30 days. The promo code is active for 30 days, so consider using it if you do decide to take part in order to maximize your income. The promo code can be added once you set up an account, and as you see on this screen, it's down at the bottom of the screen when you try to buy GMT, and it basically asks you for the promo code. Again, you can find it in the description of this video. Now, you should also add your Bitcoin address within the dashboard in order to receive your BTC income from mining. Your income would be visible under the income section, and you can see how much you've generated and of course the dates. If you'd like to know more, check out gmt.io from the link in the description of this video, and don't forget to use the promo code CHAIN in uppercase. Thank you for watching. This is on metaverse.nw.gitbook. Okay, this is the Bitcountry Metaverse project. And if you are interested to check this out and follow it, I'm going to be adding a link in the description of this video for you to simply bookmark this page in order to check the progress, especially with the phases here. But what's interesting here is that you can also see the tokenomics for Bitcountry Pioneer and why I'm super bullish on this. And the fact that, okay, the total supply is 100 million. We know it's deflationary. We know the NEER token is stakeable, but you're not generating NEER tokens. You're generating BIT tokens, which are going to be used in the metaverse for land purposes. Okay, so that's the beauty of it, because we do have the two token model, which means there's no need for inflation to happen for the NEER token. Okay, so that's definitely a plus on this side, right? Considering it's also a metaverse platform. Now, 15% was allocated to the crowdloan rewards. As you can see here, 30% are going to be available at the beginning at token generation event. So this is similar to Moonbeam and also Moonriver. And then 70% linear releasing over 12 months. So again, standard for most of the bigger parachain auctions like Akala, Karura, and Moonbeam, and Moonriver, of course. So what's interesting here is that 4.5 million tokens are going to be in circulation at TGE. But then if you look here for the rest of them, the founding group are not going to get anything at TGE. Okay, they're all locked, 18 months lock after TGE. Private investors, the seed private investors, are going to have a 12 months lock as well. Ecosystem programs are going to have an 18 months lock after TGE and then in investing. And then the private investors, which paid a little bit more than the seed investors, this is 7.49%, so 7.4 million. Almost 7.5 million are going to be allocated and vested as well. So we don't know how many they're going to get at TGE, because they're not saying here how many are going to be allocated and distributed at TGE, or if they're going to be vested in the same way here as we've seen here, like with the lockup, but without actually mentioning the date, which is a bit uncertain here. I'm not sure about this, so that's why I'm not sure. But also with this one, with the treasury reserve, right, as you can see here, 27% for the treasury reserve to be allocated and or vested. Okay, so they're not sure what to do here, if they're going to allocate it or if they're going to vest it. But assuming that they're going to be vesting it and assuming it's going to be locked up, then that would mean the circulating supply for NEER would be 4.5 million, which would be the 30% of the 15 million that's allocated to the crowdloan reward. So that would be super awesome, because you know what low supply tokens do in this market, right? I mean, you've all seen it. If there's any kind of token listing and it's a low supply and it's also a metaverse platform on top of it, just imagine how well it's going to do. So I'm super bullish on Bitcountry Pioneer when they're going to list. Again, 4.5 million at the bare minimum. We're not 100% sure about this part. Okay, it's not very clear, or the treasury reserve. So I can't say for certain that it's going to be 4.5 million, but this is at the very least. Okay, so let's assume that it is 4.5 million for now, because we don't yet know about this. So that would be super low. That would mean that with around 300 million, we would have, I mean, we're talking with over 200 million, we would have a $50 token, right? 200 million market cap. So just imagine, like that would be absolutely amazing, right? Considering that. And again, it could happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, because with being a metaverse project and being on Kusama, being the very first one on Kusama, in fact, the very first metaverse platform, then there could be enough hype to drive that kind of market cap. Okay, so that's why I'm super hyped about this. That's why I've personally gone in heavy into Bitcountry Pioneer, and I will be contributing to Bitcountry as well. I did not contribute to the public sale for Bitcountry, but I will be contributing to the crowd loan when they open it up. Of course, sometime in February, I guess it's going to be, or in March, who knows. But enough about Bitcountry. Let's take a quick look at Astar Network here. What are they doing? Well, Astar actually going to hold an AMA on the 15th of January. Then they're gonna hold this AMA a couple of days before the initial launch, which means they are preparing to launch before Akala, which is surprising. I did expect Akala to be launching next, but this just shows this just goes to show that Akala are just not ready yet. I'm not sure what's holding them back. Maybe some kind of bug, maybe some kind of technical problem, but they didn't communicate it with us, so I'm not sure what's going on there with Akala. I would like to see the ECA token trading as well as soon as possible, but it just shows you Karura were first to list from the Kusama parachain auctions, and in the case of the Polkadot ones, Moonbeam were the first, and it looks like Astar will be the second. Okay, so that's how it is here. We'll have to see how the price is going to do, and if they're going to list on Gate first, if they want to see that pump happen, because it is very possible that if they list on Gate first, we could see a pump happening for the Astar token, but we don't know if the team are actually going to do that, or if they're going to give priority to maybe KuCoin or maybe even Binance. Okay, so we'll have to see. And finally, we'll talk a little bit about Parallel as well. Now, Parallel have enabled balance transfers for the HKO token. So this is for the Kusama Canary network. Okay, this is for Parallel Heiko, not for Parallel Finance. Okay, so you should be able to see it already. This was actually posted on the 4th of Jan. I haven't actually followed the latest updates, so that's why I'm doing it now. So as you can see here, a lot of DOT have been contributed to Parallel when they won the auction, of course. And in general, like a lot of DOT have been contributed to Parallel in general for other parachain auctions as well, for other crowd loans, because people are getting those dots, the liquid dot version back, right, as soon as they contribute. And this is the awesome thing about it, right? It's not locked up for 2 years, but the downside could be that the price of DOT, the liquid dot version, is not going to match with the real DOT. Okay, and if it doesn't match, that's okay, because at the end of the day, you can just hold it and then you can claim your DOT back at the end of the lease, right? In the case that it's not convenient for you to actually do something with that liquid DOT, right? But yeah, as you can see, there were some problems here with the Glimmer token on Parallel Heiko. For those who contributed to the Moonbeam crowd loan using Parallel Finance, sorry, not Parallel Heiko, using Parallel Finance, they did encounter some problems, and apparently now they fixed those problems. So as you can see here, they have been sorted, right? So you can see they posted this on the 11th of January, the additional steps that you had to take as well in the My Rewards page. Okay, so you can see, please submit your Glimmer address via the My Rewards page, add your ETH Glimmer address by clicking the Add Glimmer address and adding your address. As you can see here, that's how it actually looks. So yeah, go on their Twitter page at ParallelFi and check this out. If you haven't already done this, I'm sure you probably did, but it's just something I've noticed, so I just wanted to quickly cover this. So yeah, we don't have any information on when they're going to be distributing the Parallel token, the Para token, right? And I think this could take a while, because they've just recently, like on the 4th of January, they've just recently turned on enabled transfers for the HKO token. So I think we're going to need to wait a little while longer before we're going to see the Para tokens also being enabled, and then we'll see how they perform, right? Because remember, this is a heavily VC-backed project, but it's been doing so well, and a lot of people are eyeing it. A lot of people are using their dashboards. A lot of people are contributing to the crowd loans through Parallel, because it's just so awesome, right? We have to give credit where credit is due. So yeah, that's been it from today's short update video. I'd like to thank you for watching. Drop me a comment below as always, and don't forget that if you want to contribute to any of the crowd loans, Centrifuge, Interlay, Equilibrium, Darwinia on Polkadot or Darwinia Scrub on Kusama. You can find the ref link in the description of this video. Thank you for watching once again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.